I feel like I should give you some time to catch your breath, but there's tons of things to follow up on. So I was going to ask you, and you already hinted at exactly how you all resisted. I'm sure there's much more people would love to hear about that. I'm really intrigued by how often you bring back this notion of imperfection. This idea that whatever you're doing as an artist, you're doing it imperfectly, and owning that, almost relishing in it, that there's something almost counterintuitive and ironic about the link between was a kind of commitment to virtuosity, to seriousness, and a realization of the inevitability of being imperfect in the way you operationalize your vision. Tell me more about why you spend so much time talking about imperfect, and are there different ways to be imperfect?
Check. Emasculate the whole game, then dash with a case. Paid extra for how much the baggage had weighed. Immaculate sways. Only time my cap is the Jake. Shamanda my fate. Like my proof of vaccination. How can you compare me to the catfishing ways? Spot an imposter from miles away, miles ahead. Bumping kinda blue while I get head. On the beach I watched the moon turn red while we had sex. These is true stories. I'm not trying to flex. Just got a lot to get off my chest. I'm 420. I landed in LA and said, I'm done with the Zeds, I'm done with trying to connect with those that ain't on my wavelength. I hit Tony and told him I need some heat from up north. He replied straight away with a pack and said for sure, I know who my true friends are, and those that just wanna leech off my greatness. Too busy chasing paper and status to see the blessings that come from real relationships. Ain't got time for the mindset of a hater. Make your mind up, either you with or against us. Defy the general consensus by default as I practice repentance. Never claim to be perfect, just embracing all my imperfections. While some of you have trouble looking at your own reflection. First your suspension of disbelief. I got missing teeth, still dealing with grief. Bobby Muller, may she rest in peace. I dedicate this to those that influence me. Can't believe we lost Shaka. It only felt like last week I saw him at Co-op in Hither Green. Life's short, so remember to cherish every moment and those that give you the love that you receive. Life's short, so remember to cherish every moment and those that give you the love that you receive. If I ever struggle to keep it together, I just ride my emotions through to the other end of a beat. Take a dip in the ocean, remind myself nothing in life's that deep, that I should never struggle to breathe. It wasn't until I met her I knew what crippling anxiety really means. What an experience we had, but I guess it just wasn't the beat. See, when I rap I truly feel free. Probably why fans say they wouldn't still be alive if it wasn't for me. Some of y'all really OD, that I find it hard to believe that if you're really going through something, then why don't you just speak to a professional? But then again, I used to be afraid to even consider therapy. But I done lost too many niggas to just depend upon weed, especially when substance abuse runs in my family. Bumping suicidal tendencies in the Uber, thinking how we all institutionalized AI gon' run the future. World War III soon to be on your computer. They already got robots out in New York. Call it conspiracy, but you just ain't done your research on Google. I mean, what the fuck's suspicious when you look at what they already done to my people? They say history repeat itself, so I guess it's just a sequel. They say history repeat itself, so I guess it's just a sequel. I do this for my people.
Oh, is there a kind of imperfection you're talking about this very specific?
No, it's nice, it's nice. I'll tell you, the best thing you do is the giants of jazz, all the way to Coltrane, they're imperfect. That's what makes their contribution enormous in jazz. Now, Wynton Marsalis is not imperfect. He's perfect. But all the jazz giants who invented, who continue to invent, Sonra is imperfect. If you think it's perfect, you're missing it. You see, when you imitate cinema, that's perfect. We can, you know, there's some black films we can say they were really well done by the standard judgment. But do they have that African essence, that African resistance, that rapturous expression that takes the society into another form? So for me, imitation is not innovation. In fact, the best artists, if you look at the imitators who imitated them, did it best. But all the giants of European art are imperfect. If you don't see the imperfection, it's because then you go to the art saying it's perfect. The world says it's perfect, especially the white world, when it says this is it and it's $100 million, you say, oh shit, I have no. But it's imperfect. It's imperfect. So good art is imperfect. But to me, to find ourselves inevitably, to express the way I speak, my accent in cinema, I'm going to be imperfect.